To start off, let's give a round of applause for Alyssa Marie, the birthday celebrant who is being escorted by her brother Mark Igban. Let's give a round of applause. As I was saying, Mark Igban is the brother to the celebrant. He is always there to give her a ride, never fails to listen, and offers advice and affection. He is the best example of a humble being and the best brother to look up to. And the brother has a speech for his sister.
Hello everyone. Hopefully you guys are used to my voice by now. I don't really have a lot prepared. I'm just gonna read off this, alright? So, I'm gonna read a while, so. Dear Issa. I'm just kidding, I have nothing written down, so I'll play. Okay, so, I don't really have much to say, Issa. Just happy birthday. Happy 18th birthday. I hope you know that I and Mom and Dad, we love you very much. And I don't know what to say. Just know that we love you very much, and when we give you advice and when we tell you things, just know that we're doing it out of love, and we want to make sure that your life just gets better and better. And just remember, just some advice, just like Mom and Dad always tells us, that things like this, like this party, this very nice party, we can't have it without serving God, without putting God first. None of this would have been possible. So just make sure that as you grow up, just make sure to make God your priority, and things like this and even more blessings will come to you and our family. All right? Thank you. Love you.
Thank you, Mark. That was very sweet of you to say to our birthday celebrant. Okay, let's continue with the rest of our 18 roses. Let's introduce Miss Trisha Tino. She's the best older sister ever. Always there for the celebrant to give advice, but never bossy. Willing to help in any way and lending a hand whenever needed. She is extremely smart and resourceful. Miss Trisha Tino. Next we have Miss Jody Paglinayan. She's another great older sister with advice and a good listening ear, and with lots of potlucks and food at our hangouts. The friendship is strong and we always have a good time. Miss Jody Paglinayan. Next we have Mr. Tristan Tumbaga. He is like an older brother figure who I know will always be there to listen and to crack a joke in my down times. He is a great guy who encourages me to be the best that I can be. Mr. Tristan Tumbaga. Next we have Miss Audrey Dawn Rosal. She's the best friend ever. First friend I made here in Jacksonville, who I know will always be there to listen and help. She is the shoulder to cry on, or the person who gives me a hug when most needed. Miss Audrey Dawn Rosal. Next we have Miss Ashley Arrington. She is my freshman bestie, the girl I took under my wing, and she has bloomed into a talented writer that I now learn from. She is a girl that I trust immensely, and I know will always have my back in all my future endeavors. Miss Ashley Arrington. Next we have Miss Saray Washington, my first friend at DA, or Douglas Anderson. She's the girl who helped me as I struggled to transition into an art school. Always the girl I can call late at night for creative writing homework, or just to talk about life, school, and problems. I love her, and I'm so grateful she's my best friend, Mr. Ray Washington. Miss Caitlin Tino. I'm sorry, just kidding. Miss Monica Claire DePano. So you were right, I was wrong. Miss Monica Claire DePano. Another little girl who can giggle my peach. She has been such a great friend to me from the very beginning. No one can replace that individual stamp of joy she gives to all of her friends. Miss Monica Claire DePano. Okay, now we have Miss Caitlin Tino, my little sister since Japan, who is adorable and can also giggle my peach. We've grown up together and have been through so much. We went through our awkward preteen years, and even with that awkwardness, our friendship has still prevailed. Miss Caitlin Tino. Next we have Mr. Ryan Silva, the kind of guy who always makes everyone laugh. A straight up goofball who always puts a smile on my face. The guy I love to hang around with just to feel better, and the guy who listens carefully to what you have to say without judgment. Mr. Ryan Silva. Next we have Mr. AJ Barrera, a friend who can tell me the one word of encouragement to keep me going. He can always get me laughing and enjoy myself even when I'm down. He'll always tell me the right thing, and I'm glad for his friendship. Mr. AJ Barrera. Next we have Miss Janelle DePano, a sweet, kind, and loving girl, always there to give me the girl advice that I need. She's the first to ask how I'm doing, or if I've had a good week, and makes me feel special, especially at the end of a long day. Miss Janelle DePano. Next we have Miss Gabrielle Vu, childhood friend since Virginia. Though we lost contact when I lived in Japan, it was so wonderful to reconnect and share such an inspiring friendship. She's the girl I know that can relate in nearly all situations, and so I know I can depend on her whenever I need to. Miss Gabrielle Vu. Mr. AJ Arizal. Oh my gosh, girlfriend. When I'm irritated. I know I can always count on him and talk to him, and he'll get me laughing before he even knows what's wrong. The best friend any girl can have, Mr. AJ Arsong. Next we have Miss Jenica Girales, one of the craziest people I know, and I can't help but love her. Graduation, class of 2011. We've been through the same struggles and pains growing up, but we can always come back to each other and just chill. Miss Jenica Girales. Mr. Marcus Holbrook, a friend from nearly a decade ago back in Virginia. Coming here to Florida and meeting up with him and his family was a great blessing. Marcus and I can talk for hours about problems in life, and he'll always be straightforward and give me an answer. I know I can trust him, and I know he won't judge me for expressing myself or simply being who I am. I am grateful and blessed to have him in my life, Mr. Marcus Holbrook. Next we have Mr. Jeremiah Daniel Rose, an amazing and spectacular being in my life. He will always be there for me and always truly listen encouragement and support. I can tell him anything and I trust him immensely. He's such a great blessing and I'm extremely happy to have him as a part of my life. Mr. Jeremiah Daniel Rowe. And let's give a big round of applause for her parents, Mr. Marconi and Mrs. Rosella. About her parents. For her father, he is an overall guide and a loving dad, always there to lend a helping hand. Been there through the best and worst of times without a doubt in me, and always supporting my endeavors. For the mother, she is a significant woman figure with strong wit and persevering love. She is a best friend and the softest shoulder to cry on, especially at my worst times. She's always caring and loving. So let's give another round of applause for our Alyssa Roses and her parents. And I do believe the parents have a speech.
Well, I don't know how I can top Mark's speech, but I have a paper. It's got something in it. So there is prepared speech. Not really. For Isa, we've seen the pictures from all the way back, way back until now, and like what Mark had said, it's through the guidance of God we're able to make it to this day. For all of us, let us continue on in trusting everything unto our Almighty Father. But how can I top Mark's speech? Well, I brought the karaoke machine. I was going to sing, but my daughter said, "No, Dad, please." This isn't Japan anymore. So hey, technology. I downloaded something. I was going to sing, but it doesn't work. So hey, so let me read it. There's two things I know for sure. She was sent here from heaven, and she's Daddy's little girl. So I dropped to my knees by her bed at night. She talks to Jesus, and I close my eyes. And I thank God for all the joy in my life. But most of all, for butterfly kisses after bedtime prayer. You can sing along. Let's take a little white flowers all up in her hair. Walk beside the pony, Daddy. It's my first ride. I know the cake was funny, Daddy, but I sure would try. With all that I've done wrong, I must have done something right to deserve a hug every morning and butterfly kisses. Thank you. Happy birthday, Anna.
For the dad. That was a beautiful speech. Okay, if I can have the 18 roses, you may go ahead and take your seat and we'll have our next presentation.